Hello, welcome back to my channel, Jacqueline's Beauty. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to do a brief, quick intro and we're going to dive right in. Today I'm going to be comparing Maybelline on one side of my face with the Too Faced on the other. It's going to be a comparison. I'm going to wear it for the day, and then later on in a couple of hours I'm going to come back, sit down, and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going in today with Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation on half my face, and this runs about $7.99 at Ulta Beauty and Target. I believe I got mine from CVS. Okay, then on the opposite side of my face today, I'm going in with Too Faced Born This Way, and this one here is actually $39 at Ulta Beauty. I'm sure that's where I bought it. Okay, so it says Undetectable Medium Full Coverage Foundation. Okay, and they're both, this is a liquid and this is a liquid as well in a pump. And this one here, the Maybelline, you just kind of spill out. So I'm going to go in with a brush on this side, a beauty blender on this side. So let's dive right in. Okay, so I'm using just my Bella Beauty. It's a blend and buff brush that I'm going to go on with. I'm using Maybelline's. It's their, let me see here, it doesn't really have a color, but this is one of their concealers, Maybelline, that is a shade that I love. So I'm just going to go in just a tad bit under my eye, just a bit, not a lot, because I am going to put some of this on top. I also have the Too Faced concealer as well, but I'm having a little issue under my eye today simply because I've been a little bit under the weather and I'm having some difficulties with like some large blue, not so pretty veins. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit on. I'm going in on this side with Maybelline Fix Me. It's in the shade 335. It's a liquid. It's the matte Poreless Foundation. I put a little bit under my eye. This is the Maybelline. It's a concealer that I've used many times. I have a little discoloration under my eye, so I wanted to go in and just kind of blend that out for a true look of the foundation. Then I'm going to use Too Faced Born This Way on the other side of my face, and then use the Too Faced concealer underneath and on top. All right, so I got a little bit of the concealer on just to kind of ever so lightly hide these blue veins that are under my eye. And I'll do the same on this side. Let me blend a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going in with my shade. So far it's been pretty good, 335 in the Maybelline. So I'm using a Bella Beauty brush. I just wanted to do that today, just to give it ever so lightly a smooth application. So I'm going to pour a little bit on my palette here that I use when I'm using liquid foundation. I think I put too much, but that's okay. I'm not going to use it all. I do like full coverage. So just to show you, this is kind of the little palette that I use, and I just ever so lightly take it and apply. Just want to make sure I use the right side. I'm looking in the mirror. Okay, so it's going on this side. This is the Maybelline side. And I want to just do a full comparison because the Maybelline at Target and where I bought mine is CVS is $7.99. I am going to take a beauty blender to go in and just ever so lightly smooth it out. Down my nose. I do love applying with the brush simply because I feel I have a little bit more control, but I am going to smooth it out with my beauty blender. As you see, I already have on some eyebrows and my lashes, but I am going to do the final look using a product on the same side. Okay. So I'm going in with just another coat, but I want to be fair to the whole process. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wipe this just down half here. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put one more application of the Maybelline foundation because I am a full coverage girl. So I want to get the full extent of the product. It goes on nice, very smooth. I've used this numerous times before, and I truly like the consistency. I think it's a great product, nice price point. So let's see here, we get half, half, half. And I just hope that the colors match. But oh well, we're doing this for Maybelline and Too Faced. I got a little bit on my eyelid, which I'm going to remove because I want that to be nice and clean. Okay. Here we go. All right, so I'm taking one of my beauty blenders and I'm just going to ever so lightly pat it in so that I can get rid of any kind of unsightly lines that sometimes happens with a brush. But it wasn't too bad. But I do see a completely different look when I use the beauty blender and I'm patting it in to set. Okay. So I'm going to try and do this process as fast as I can. And then what I want to do, I closed up the Maybelline. I want to go on the opposite side with Too Faced. I'm basically cleaning off my brush so that I have just the Too Faced product on it. And we're going to move this right along. This looks good though. It looks great. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take Born This Way by Too Faced, and this color is Honey. Well, actually, I'm going to use a little bit of honey for underneath. I have yet to use honey. I usually go in with, what is this? My other one here, Warm Beige. I'm just going to use just a little bit just to kind of get rid of some of this under eye discoloration. So I'm going to go in, buff it out just a bit. Okay, now I'm going in with Too Faced on my my brush. And I want to try and use the exact same amount of product so that it's a clear comparison. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, it's such a thick consistency. This is my very first time actually using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I got it, I believe, while I was in Florida. And the colors are a little different, you guys, so I'll be two-tone today. But that's okay. What a girl will do for a comparison. Okay. Yeah, I am definitely two-tone, but I am going to blend this out. Okay. And what I'm thinking with the Too Faced, quite honestly, I don't even need to apply any more product. This is very thick consistency, and it's going on extremely full coverage. Okay, so what I am going to do, I'm going to take a clean beauty blender and blend it out. And just see. So as I'm pressing, the colors are not as different as before. Okay, but there is a clear difference in the colors. And I like them both. Actually, it's just that I wouldn't normally go out with two-tone face. But today, hello. Don't be scared if you see me on the street. Okay, so blending this out, it blends quite well. And the coverage is definitely full coverage. Okay. So I got that. So I'm at the same face with each side of my face. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with Maybelline and I'm going to conceal under eye. This is interesting. They both feel very, very nice. Nice coverage. I did use a full disclosure. I used e.l.f. Poreless Primer, my face primer, over my entire face because I wanted to kind of give the possibility as much as possible for the same results. So I'm going to go in with the Maybelline to conceal under eye. And I'll use it on this half of my nose, hello, and this half of my chin. Because I do like to highlight my chin. All right, this consistency is very nice, but it does dry pretty rapidly. So I'm taking my Moisten Beauty Blender and blend that in as quickly as possible. It's a nice coverage. I like it. It is light. It's about 2 or 3 shades lighter than my skin on my face. The color of my face, that is, which is a little bit lighter than my hands. Why? I don't know. I do not tan. I have no idea, especially on my face. It's just, I don't care how I go out without makeup, whatever. Story of my little life. Okay, that seems to be blended quite nice. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, I like it. I like it. I am going to take a second step and bake this side while I do the other side. So I'm just using the Ben Nye. I have it in a container that's easy to just powder it on. And I'm going to bake this out on this side and let it sit for a while I apply the other side. Okay, so I'm going in now with my warm beige from Too Faced. I love this consistency. This is probably hands down my favorite when it comes to concealers. Put a little bit here, down the other side of the nose, and the opposite side of the chin. This is good. It doesn't dry as fast as the Maybelline, but you still got to move quickly. Okay, so I'm blending this out. And the chin area. Okay, it's blending good. I like that. I'm going to bake this puppy. And then we'll move on to the next phase. Allow this to have equal time to bake. All right, and then we'll set and move right into the next phase. Okay, so now we have it baking. I am going to use my black opal. I use this to set basically my entire face. So let me get my brush for that. So far it looks good. I am going to dust this off. I'm not a real long baker, to be honest, but I'm using the same products on each side for the rest of the comparison. Just keeps it simple. So both of those are baked. It feels really good. Now let's see how it hides. Now what I am noticing, I will mention right away, on the side for the Maybelline, I am seeing a little more evidence of the discoloration under my eyes, which I said today was kind of veiny. I'm seeing a little bit of veins. I'm a little bit under the weather. So this I'm seeing a little bit more than I do on the other side. That's the first thing I'm noticing right off the bat. Okay, so I'm going in with my black opal. It's my setting powder that I use, which is sort of a neutral shade, but it is my shade. It doesn't really leave much color. And I'm using this on the entire face, obviously. I just want to see how these hold up. Because as I mentioned, the Too Faced concealer is by far my favorite. Then, as you guys may or may not know, part of my routine, I go in and I take a little bit of I used my Studio Fix, my color by MAC. My color is NC45, and I just kind of baked that in just for that overall ultimate set. I love the look. I truly do. Okay. I think we're blended well, but I am seeing a difference under eye. I see it clearly. So we'll see. All right, so that's done. So the initial look, fix my eyebrows here. Okay, here we go. So what I am going to do, I'm going to redefine my eyebrows just a bit. I'm using the NYX eyebrow pencil. It's wonderful. As you guys may know, it sometimes when you're penciling them in, which oftentimes I'll use Wanda Brow, but I didn't today, just to be able to do this video on foundations. But as you're working with your face, obviously, sometimes an occasion it may rub off. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little set on that with my Studio Fix, just to try and seal that into place. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the rest of my face, my blush, contour, and highlight, and then I'll be right back to do my eyes on camera. Hello, welcome back. So this is the final look. I think it looks great, both sides. So this side here is the Too Faced Born This Way, and my shade is Warm Sand. So the Warm Sand went on quite nice. I didn't have any issues with it. I put it on with a brush, and then I used a beauty blender to kind of blend it in perfectly. On this side, we have, and I knew I shouldn't have put it away, but I said I'm not going to pull it out again, but let me get it. On this side, yes, on this side is the Fit Me Maybelline. My shade here is 335. It went on effortlessly as usual. This is my first time using Too Faced, but both of the products seem to look nice. The two shades were a little different, so I kind of blended it in with my powders. I went in with my standard powder to set it. I went in with, actually I used Fit Me Blush by Maybelline on both sides. I used my, let me see here. This is You Glow Girl by J-Cat. I used this as my highlighter. I used regular lipstick. Of course, I went in with, I actually tried today. This is the H&M. I love their lipstick. And I did the, what is this here? The MAC lip pencil. So this is the final look, and I just went in with Morphe for my eyes and a little bit of Tarte. I didn't do anything under eye. I wanted the main focus to be the foundation. So I'm gonna roll around, see what I like, do what I do, gotta go to the store, gotta do a few things, and then I'm gonna come back and just give a feel for how this actually held up. Right now, the only clear difference that I see for me is, let me get my little pencil here. On this side, I actually can see a little bit of the blue veins that I was telling you about. I probably should have used a color corrector prior to, but I wanted to give the foundation and the concealers of each brand a full review. So this is what I see here. Here on this side, I don't see it. I had the same amount of blueness, but I kid you not, one of my favorites is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to take my little thing off my head and get ready to head out. I have to go do a few errands, go to the store, the grocery store, and we'll see. But right now, I'm loving both. I don't know who's going to win this, but it may be a tie. I don't know. But the colors, quite honestly, even though they were different from each other, they really, really complemented my skin. I don't see any red undertones. I don't like red undertones. I'm more of a golden yellow girl. So I do like the final product. So stay tuned. I will, in a few hours, come back, show you what it looks like, see if there are any creases. Right now, my face is beat, and I love it. Both products. One, the Maybelline, $7.99. The second, Too Faced, $39. So we'll see. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video thus far, I hope you do. Please give me a thumbs up and a like. Please click the bell so you'll know when I upload any new videos. I love you, love you, love you, and can't wait for you to join this family. Please click the JB and subscribe, and I'll see you later on in my next video. Bye.